Yeah, today we talk about WebAuthn protocol, and not only. I will show example because have you heard already about WebAuthn? Raise your hand if yes. Okay, you know. Have you already implemented it or used it? No. Okay, I will show you how you can use it. What is it who didn't hear about the protocol, and also we will go a step further. It will be a demo about how we can connect this protocol and make user experience of blockchain technology better than it. So my name is Vasilika Klimova. I live in Luxembourg for 8 years already, and my experience is 14 years of web development, mostly front-end, full stack. I was 3D developer, and now I'm working in blockchain, but more not as a developer for now, more as developer relations engineer. So still my main focus is front-end. And also I'm GD, Google Developer Expert, and Woman Techmaker Ambassador. And yes, today's actually event is connected to Women's Day, you know, right? Let's applaud to women who visited us today. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Let's start with how many websites now exist in the world. This is statistics from this website. So there are about such amount of websites for now, and each hour you have like plus 10,000 more websites. So I didn't find any statistics about how many websites they have accounts, like where you need login registration, because this talk mostly about this part. But still, there are so many websites, and we have very big pain and like a tech debt, I don't know how to call it in our life, that we have a lot of passwords, the same passwords in different websites. Have you seen like this? This is like a screen from Chrome browser. If you go to your passwords and check how many websites you use the same passwords on how many websites. So this is honestly, it's my case, not very good, right? But I step by step, I'm changing all my old websites to a new way of using it, because websites, they change their technology, how to log in. And we will speak about this. How to avoid this and do better and be more secure. So, yeah, I see. People are lazy. And usually people use on their passwords their names, their birthday, their names of their cats or whatever. So it's not very secure way, right? Because some people can brute force your password because they know some information about you. They can try different combinations and whatever. So it's not good story since the beginning. But this way, how we like keep our credentials with username and password, it's from all time. So we just need to be open to new generation of new technologies. And when I was working at previous fintech company in Luxembourg, we had a rule. So each 3 months I needed to change my Windows password. And when you change password for Windows, you don't have any password manager, because it's like for operation system password, you can't like use it easily. So it should have Latin letter, you know, right? Any symbol or digit, minimum 12 or 16 symbols, it depends. And in my company, you should not put your name and surname. So, and it was always hard to create new one. And also they kept a story that you should not use like a password that you used like 3 times, previous 3 times. So it was really hard each time to remember that, and especially after like, you know, 1 month's vacation, you're coming, you really don't remember your password. It was sometimes that I put a sticker that, oh, my working password is like this. It's also a really bad way, but I was working at home at least, not at office, of course. I would not put stickers in the office, but still, it's not a good way of keeping passwords. And It's just a pain for everyone to keep your password strong, but now we have even now we have more better solutions how to do that, and let's go for this solution. So also I wanted to say to show you how fast could be brute forced passwords if they were hashed with MD5 hashed function. So you see, right, that if, for example, if you have 13 numbers, then if it's only numbers, it can be brute force very, very fast. But if you have more symbols, numbers, different letters, and uppercase and lowercase, then it's harder. But this story only for like this year, right? But computers, we know that they're how to say, becoming more and more powerful, and of course all of the statistics like in couple years will gone already, right? So because it will be even faster solved. Also wanted to explain a bit about hash function, because I put here MD5. I think full stack or backend developers know more about this because you're doing usually this. You like encrypt passwords and then store in database something like this. So we don't store your password really, right? If you don't know, because some people don't know, yes. We don't keep any passwords like this in the database. Usually we keep it somehow encoded with hash functions. We don't talk about like what's inside hash functions today, but just to understand that, and then each time when some person tries to log in, it's again encoded, and then this hash is checked. The idea of hash function that when you encode something, it's very hard to decrypt this back. So to understand from this string what was at the beginning. That's the idea of all these hash functions. And so this brute force, it's meaning that they just check different passwords, but even knowing this, it's not easy to solve the mystery of your password. Okay, another example of another algorithm, it could be string like this, but they are pretty similar, right? So just an example. Usually, brute force way that I already explained, it's when someone trying to log in a lot of times with different passwords, trying just to guess. But for this, we usually have protection that, for example, you can't log in more than 3 times, like in an hour, then you stop, right? Or they can block your IP address. You need to change your IP using VPN or whatever. So there are already different solutions to even when we work only with this. But hackers, they go further. First of all, you know that a lot of databases, they were stolen, right? So, and with inside this database, what do they have? Usually they have this, because almost no one keep passwords like this these days. I hope you don't do. So yeah, usually people can get something like this, but they still need to understand what was at the beginning. And even with this stolen hash like results, these strings, it's not easy, but hackers, they use this stolen data banks. Another example is rainbow tables. I'll try to explain. So there are, it's very, very big tables with could be, for example, for one protocol or for another protocol, because it's different strings, they calculated into a bit different strings. So if we look here, then you have predefined a lot of different variations of passwords, and it's like becoming another big database with a lot of guessing and already calculated. So no work should be done here to calculate this hash. They just go like and find through this whole table for this and trying, for example, to connect it to stolen database. And if there is a like if it's match, it's the same, so they know now your password. Okay, then for how people decided to protect themselves against these rainbow tables, they try to add something to your password. It's called salt. So some random, not random, but it's like some string in algorithm of this exact website that will be added, but no one knows what exactly was added. And the idea of hash functions that if you change only one letter or only one symbol, the hash will be absolutely different. I didn't mention it before, but that's the idea how hash functions they work. So changing QWERTY to, I don't know, for example, uppercase one letter, it will change the whole string. So you can't just guess how close you were to the right password. So when you add salt, it's already like destroy your whole picture with these rainbow tables and etc. So it's became even more harder. Now let's talk about next step, two-factor authentication. We all also saw that, for example, oh, someone is calling you, just write here the last numbers, last digits of this phone, for example, who called you, right? Or for example, SMS or email. Why I cross all of this? Because it's also not secure. It's not secure because firstly, SIM card could be changed. And some hackers, they do it, and not only hackers, sometimes government does it. I'm pretty sure that maybe you heard about similar stories when someone can just go to phone provider and say that, oh, okay, we need this number, and they can go with your new number, and your number will be blocked because they tried to go inside your account. So don't trust to these providers. Email also sometimes can have problems, but because email also they have phishing, so they can send you a lot of things, so it's not a good way. Also, I saw this like a password generator app. I use it still now, Microsoft version authenticator. When you just connect like application with generation passwords, and then you can just put some of this random digits, and then you log in into your website. But it's all synchronized with your website. And then password manager. Are you using already password manager? Okay. Which one? One password. Okay, I will tell about it a bit later. So, password manager. Google Password Manager, I would say that very easy to use, and iCloud keychain because they're already in the ecosystem of your devices, Android and iPhone or Mac or whatever. Windows Hello the same, it's already in your system. One password I recommend, it's not for free, but a lot of people, a lot of my friends using one password. Also there is a LastPass and a lot of other companies, but for example LastPass, there were some breach, some problems, so no one recommends now to use it. One password, it's like, I looked just, it's like $60 or euros per year for the family, so it's not a very big deal to keep you safe. But currently, honestly, I'm using just built-in my ecosystem. It's just for me easier for now. So it's your choice. Okay, about password manager, how does it work? It just when you go to website, for example, and it asks create password, you can just use strong password from this password manager. It's just like built in your system if you install it, and then all these strong passwords automatically generated for you. They will be kept in this like application or your system or whatever. And okay, biometrics, new way of doing authentication. In WebAuthn protocol, we have different definitions what exactly is. It touches different areas. So one of the areas that will be in WebAuthn protocol is biometrics. You already have seen this in your phones, like Face ID in iPhones. This is how it looks if you try fingerprint on your MacBook. I'm pretty sure that on Windows you also have this touch thing, right? So the idea that these chips, they built in your system, and why they are so secure, because it was done a lot of years ago, but it was a lot of problems. They were not accurate, they were not so good, but now they built it it works. That some, for example, viruses that you have on your operation system, that they were on top of operation system usually, they cannot somehow go inside information of all these private keys that are stored on your device, because it's some information on your device of your fingerprint or your Face ID. So it's isolated model that cannot be hacked from some people, or maybe it will be hacked someday by someone, but not now. Now it's a secure way to do it. We use all these methods to go to our even banking app or whatever, and it works fine. So no one suppose that it's now not secure way. But again, we need to understand that a lot of things can happen. Hackers, they are not sleeping as well. So for now, WebAuthn. What's the benefits of this protocol? It's almost the same that you seen it in application when you just unlock your devices. But now it's accessible on browser, on your website. So you can do login on your website through this protocol, and it's already standard. It's a standard since 2019 year. And for us, it's just API. And so the logic behind it's absolutely the same. It's working in all browsers already, because standards should be supported by everyone. It's not working only in Internet Explorer. I hope you don't use this browser. Okay, then let's go a bit deeper. What's behind this protocol? What's inside and how does it work? Now, a lot of secure protocols, they use group of key, public key and private key. How it works? So public key, it means by definition that it's open for everyone. But private key is something that you have on your device. And in our case, so how does it work? For example, your device, and you try to send to someone else some phrase, whatever you want, file. It's encrypted with public key, and then it's decrypted with only private key. So only even if someone tried to catch the data, they don't have private key. So with these algorithms, it's information coded somehow that private key, only special private keys can decrypt the information, not any other, not malicious private keys. So also behind this public and private key, what is exactly these keys? So as private key, we can use, let's go here. As private key, actually it could be use your biometric information, for example, your facial ID, your fingerprint, or key. Now, key. For example, this. I can also show later how it works with this. It's YubiKey, and in our company, for example, we encourage to use YubiKeys to log into different applications. And then what I wanted also to say about the technology is that WebAuthn in whole in general, we are going on the way to passwordless authentication, because I explained you and I showed you that passwords, it's a epic fail now. If you still use passwords, it's not secure anymore, because it could be hacked, it could be stolen, it could be forgotten or whatever. New protocols, they are much more secure, and you just don't need to store passwords, because passwords, they can be stolen just from your, I don't know, from your device or from your memory or whatever. And it's working now. Why it's such popular now, WebAuthn protocol? Because it's cross-device. With your also like password managers, they're cross-device. So, and there is like all this work. It's done with really secure algorithms based on this public and private key that no one can just steal easily. This, and then. Yes, it's YubiKey that I showed you. Now I want to show how you can see on the website. So if you see such, it's from laptop screen, you will be asked like create a passkey, but also didn't say like what passkey, right? So I said that this biometrics data key, it's supposed like a private key, and there is also public key, right? But public key is like some record that will be stored on the like server instead, I don't know, of your password, previous version. But your private key that could be used to decode any information or to save something or whatever, it will be this. So they work always together. So yeah, that's how it looks. Create a passkey. You like create connection to domain, and passkeys, they work only connected to one domain. So no other domain can somehow store this information from your device. So if I do it for this domain, then it will be created to pair like public and private key. And as a private key, you can choose whatever you like. It could be like iCloud keychain, password manager. It could be your biometric data from your devices, or yeah, some also account, for example. Then it looks like it's how it looks on your mobile phone. For example, it will be, for me, it's opening usually like a Face ID, but you can change options here. So this is like built-in already solutions from a browser. It's not like some website created this pop-ups, right? You just need to understand that no one is trying to steal your biometrics. And this is like, it's on my laptop, so if it asks me from laptop, then it's fingerprint, because no Face ID, I think, on laptop. Who already use this? Actually, I heard that several companies trying to use all this, but what I really found that Apple, they already asked this, like try to log in with passkey, and GitHub also, if you go here, sign in with passkey. I don't know, maybe you saw more examples. It's just what I found like several days before. So now let's speak about a lot of not myths, but concerns that people have about the technology, right? Because a lot of doubt, we have a lot of doubts. So for example, fingerprint is not unique. Who heard this news in this year? You didn't hear? So Columbian Engineering, it's like university in New York City. They did research with AI. So AI already 1 year with us, in very popular way. So, and Columbia Engineering, they did the research using AI tools that before they were going through small details on fingerprints and trying to find like patterns, right? Like how it looks, like how similar this finger to another finger or whatever. And it was supposed that each finger is absolutely unique. So you can't say that this finger is like this, that they have similarities. And before people thought that each finger is unique, but now AI showed us. AI tried to understand actually angles and curves, so how exactly they are going. So they are not the similar way, but like angles pretty similar, and there are like more explanation. I have link for this. And so the idea that AI, it's very clever, right? It's a machine, so it's found another way how to find, and it was already proved that it can find two fingers like from the same person. It's just this generally happened. It's amazing. So conclusion to this that fingerprint may be not so unique, and it's actually, it says that like one to many people can be found that they have similar, but no one found similar fingerprints in the world. But now the idea that like you can just recognize, but to conclude that fingerprint is still 98% that it will be really you. So it proves that it's really you. From biometric perspective, from biometrics like authentications, fingerprint is still very accurate. Then Face ID. I was working at Artex 3D company, who moved me to Luxembourg. And Artex 3D company, they're doing scanners, and before they also tried to do 3D recognition, and in the office before we had machine who was like looking at us and like it's not you, and checking can you go to the office or no. And you know, sometimes it didn't work, so you just changed something and just your face was not like the same, I don't know, and sometimes people were recognized like another people, so it was not very perfect. It was like, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe already. And so regarding Face ID, I put this, it's just quote from Apple website, that they say that only 1 in 1 million could be like wrong detected or whatever. So the percentage of accuracy for this technology, they say that it's like 90% for Face ID, so a bit worse than fingerprint. It just, you to know. Then a lot of people say that, oh, if my device was stolen, how I can log into my millions and bitcoins, like get access to them, for example. So there are some fallback methods usually. It depends on website that you are using or application. There are different steps how you can go back. For example, I had just situation with my Steam Guard. If you know, Steam Guard is application to keep your games safe. And I needed to do this fallback. So the device was like not stolen, but was broken. So we needed to cancel it. And again, I used old email to prove that it's me. So they sent to me code, and etc., etc. So there are still old way fallback methods, or calling to you, or I don't know, secret phrases, or whatever. But when you just log in, and to understand how secure is it, go to settings, try to connect your device, and then unconnect, and to understand how does it work. So you just check. And then also a lot of people say that, oh, quantum computers, all your hash functions, they will be brute forced with quantum computers, right? Because quantum computers, they can just like this brute force all your passwords. But let's speak about it more. Quantum computers looks like this somehow, and so just very powerful, like old way machines for the whole room. And we just need to understand that if quantum computers will be accessible to everyone, then all these areas and all accounts of all websites, they will be vulnerable for everyone can brute force them. And of course, our industry and people and companies, they should not do that. If they have supercomputers now, quantum computers, they usually use it for science mostly, to calculate very big models to find some, I don't know, vaccines or whatever. So But if some evil can get this, so yeah, everyone a bit in troubles. But I would say that there are some algorithms for keeping hash functions safe. And I would say that there is like, I know just Blake, and you know MD5, and so this also very popular algorithm. So this is just example of speed of different algorithms, and people say that now there are quantum resistant protocols. Again, it's just for now, because quantum computers that like exist for now, supercomputers, these algorithms, they're supposed to be safe now, because they like very good. They like coded it somehow that it will be hard even for them, even for supercomputers. And now we go into blockchain industry. So in blockchain industry, for registration, for login, when you create an account, people usually have this pain. So they need to remember 12 words in special order to keep their account safe. And the problem that you also need to put it somewhere in very secure place, not stick to your laptop. And also you need to like keep your private key also somewhere safe. So it's a lot of responsibility they give to you, just like keep it safe, otherwise you lost all your money. And I want to just explain that I'm working at this company at Cadena, and there are just a couple words that it's open source absolutely because it's blockchain. We have a layer with TypeScript, Cadena.js on top to make your life easier. And so let's go to algorithms. So in the core of this blockchain, we use this Blake protocol, the same that you saw before. It's supposed to be for now quantum resistant, so blockchain will not be hacked. And the idea that yes, no one hacked it yet. What's about? Why I'm talking about Web-Authn? Because all this pain that all blockchains had before with login, because it's much harder than just your email and password, because it's very important data you can keep there, right? And we created this Sparky. It's just technology. Now you can go to demo. And actually, yes, I forgot to tell that today we will gift 3 presents. One present will be for the best question, and another gift will be for someone who did the more connections through this experimental app. It's just to show you how Web-Authn works in real life. And if you have troubles after the talk, I can help you to go through the process. But at the beginning, how Web-Authn works. You need to log in to the website, and then you need to name your your account, but its name, it's just string. You can put whatever you want. And then behind this, it's you decide with what actually passkey you want to log in. So Sparky, it's the idea that we use Web-Authn technology to log into blockchain, to register into the blockchain. So now you can forget about all 12 words and etc. because now it's quite secure with Web-Authn. And so firstly you need to put just your name, then you need to choose what device you want to use. Usually if you use smartphone, then it's smartphone, and or you can do it with your key, this one. That it's powerful tool for digital agreements, any kind of. It's like could be notary deal. It could be, you know, there are a lot of areas of blockchain like retail, health. All agreements could be absolutely remote, very secure, because you agree with this very secure technology that you really like signed it. It's not old school signing your signature, a lot of people can do that. So yeah, just also about blockchain, that it's transparent, but at the same time it's anonymous. Why it's anonymous? Anonymous because user with me, with my like passport data or any GDPR my data, never will be stored on blockchain. In blockchain, only there is a wallet with public key. So key, just some this string. That's all what people will see. But so it shows that no connection from wallet to any person could be done very easily. It's only people who need to know, they will know about this. So yeah, I'm finished almost. So just materials where you can try about any technology. You can go to open source SpireKey code if you're interested. And workshop about web authent technology, also how to develop it if you're full stack or backend. Into conclusion, passwords are for losers. Agree? So use password manager, use passkeys, use multi-factor authentication. Different devices connect to your account, especially if your banking account. Try to add more of that. I would recommend to use wrong answers for all secret questions, because someone you put, for example, my animal or my, I don't know, mom birthday or whatever. Just put something that you like try to do, how to say, associations. Don't put right answers because they can be guessed. And don't be afraid to use new secure technologies like web authent or blockchain. That's all. Thanks.